There are days when I walk through the front door, look around, and feel nothing. Not anger, not panic, just that dull, heavy ugh like I'm already behind and the day hasn't even started yet. It's not really about the dishes or the piles. It's that quiet thought in the back of your mind. Why can't I stay on top of this? Why does everything feel like too much? Even the easy stuff. When your home feels overwhelming, it's hard to tell if you're tired or just done. So today, I want to walk through a few shifts that made my house feel lighter. Nothing big, just small changes that helped me feel like I wasn't losing the thread. Maybe one of them will help you too, or at least make the rest of your day feel a little less heavy. The first rule, light and air can shift everything. You don't have to deep clean a room to make it feel better. Sometimes simply opening a window or letting in light is enough to soften the weight of a space. There are corners in our homes that aren't cluttered but still feel heavy. It's not the stuff, it's the stale air, the dim lighting, the energy that's been sitting there too long. Try this today. Pick one room or just one corner where you often feel low or drained. Open a window for 5 minutes. Pull the curtains all the way back. And if there's a spot that's always a little dark, add a soft lamp with warm light. Here's what changed for me. There's a hallway outside our bathroom that always felt gloomy. Every time I walked past it, I felt a little off and didn't even know why. One day I added a small lamp, nothing fancy, just warm light, that corner. It started to feel welcoming. Now I turn it on every morning. It's a tiny change, but it shifts the energy completely. When the air moves and the light shifts, something softens in the room and in you. And that's when the rest gets easier. The second rule, your home needs a place where you don't have to do anything. You've opened the window. The light feels better. But somehow, you still can't rest. Because every time you sit down, your house starts talking again. You should fold that. You never put this away. This pile is still here. Even if it's quiet, it doesn't feel calm. Try this. Make one spot in your home that doesn't ask anything of you. Just one, a chair, a small table, a lamp, maybe a blanket. Clear off the table next to it. Leave it mostly empty. Add one thing that brings peace. A photo, a candle, a cup of tea. This isn't a design project, it's a permission slip. I used to sit on the edge of the couch and immediately start scanning cushions to fix toys, to pick up mugs to carry back. I never actually sat. One day, I cleared the side table next to my bedroom chair. Just left a small lamp and my favorite book. That's it. Now when I sit there, my body gets the message you're allowed to stop here. When you have one place in your home that doesn't ask you to fix it, your nervous system notices. The third rule unfinished equals unrest. You finally sit down, but your brain doesn't, because across the room is that half-done craft project. That package you were supposed to return 2 weeks ago, the thing you meant to fix but never touched again. Even if it's tucked in a corner, it pulls at you. Not loudly, but constantly. Try this pick, just one of those shoulds that's been sitting there for too long. Stick a note on it. Finish by Friday or let it go. Give it a deadline. Even a fake one. You're not forcing yourself. You're freeing yourself from the loop. There was a tote in my hallway with 3 pairs of pants I planned to hem. It sat there for months. Every time I walked by, I felt a tiny guilt sting. One afternoon, I set a timer for 30 minutes. I fixed one pair, donated the other 2, and tossed the rest. The relief wasn't from finishing it, was from finally deciding. You don't have to do it all, but choosing matters. And once your brain stops carrying the undone things, you'll feel lighter, even without cleaning anything. The fourth rule, your home is not a scorecard. There was a season when I looked around my house and thought, well, guess I'm back where I started. The laundry wasn't caught up. The dishes kept piling up. I couldn't remember the last time the counters were clear. And I found myself saying things I thought I'd grown out of. You're just messy. You'll never keep up. Nothing's changed. But then I paused, and I looked not just at the mess, but at what had happened. A hard year, health issues, family needs, mental exhaustion. And the truth hit me, I hadn't failed. I had been carrying more than usual, and my home was simply showing the weight of that. So I stopped asking, why can't I stay on top of this, and started asking, what has this season asked of me? Because when life demands everything, the house can't come first, and it shouldn't have to. That shift gave me permission to look at the mess without shame, to see it as information, not as proof I'd messed up. And from there, I could ask a better question. What's not helping anymore? What can I let go of? And that brings us to the next rule, because sometimes the things we think are special might actually be quietly draining us. The fifth rule, too many special things can steal your space. We keep a lot of things because they mean something. A mug from a trip, a gift from someone you miss, a photo you've had forever. And at first, it feels good to see them, until they're everywhere. I remember realizing one day that I had framed photos, souvenirs, trinkets, and keepsakes on every shelf, and yet none of them made me feel anything anymore. Not because they weren't meaningful, but because my brain was too busy trying to process all of them at once. So none of them stood out, and the space just felt cluttered, emotionally cluttered. That day I tried something small. I picked one photo I truly loved, one that made me pause when I looked at it. And I cleared everything else off that shelf, just left the photo. And you know what? I started seeing it again. I felt something again, not because I added something, but because I finally let it breathe. You don't have to get rid of all your sentimental things. But if everything is special, your brain won't know where to land. Make space for the few things that still move you, and let the rest rest. Next, we'll talk about what happens when a house feels more demanding than supportive, and how to change that feeling without changing everything. The sixth rule, your home should help you not ask more of you. There's a kind of tired that doesn't come from work, it comes from being in a space that never stops asking for something. You walk through the kitchen and feel like you're falling behind. You see the hallway and remember a project you haven't touched. Even the entryway feels like a to-do list. And maybe it's not that your home is messy. Maybe it's just too full visually, mentally, emotionally. Every surface, every pile, every item becomes one more thing you're supposed to manage. I had a spot like that at our entry table. It was the first thing I saw when I walked in. Mail, keys, chargers, paperwork. It wasn't chaos, but it never felt done. And I didn't realize how much it drained me until I cleared it completely. Just a tray for the essentials, nothing else. And walking in the door felt quiet. Like the house wasn't talking over me anymore. We can't make life stop needing things from us. But we can make the space we live in ask a little less. Your house shouldn't be a place that wears you out. It should help you come back to yourself. You don't have to fix your whole house. Not today, not this week, maybe not ever. Sometimes it's enough to open a window, to clear one small surface, to stop blaming yourself for the season you've been surviving. If even one part of this felt like a little exhale, if one rule gave you a place to start, or a softer way to look at your space, then I'm really glad you were here. And if it did help, you can tap like. That quietly lets me know this kind of slow, gentle change matters to you too. And if your home still feels heavy, especially when it comes to keeping it clean, tomorrow's video might be exactly what you need. I'm sharing the 4 rules that make cleaning feel effortless, the simple rhythms that helped me stop dreading the daily mess.